Hello everyone. In the last video, I'll explain you what is information security, importance of information security, then the goals of security, CIA triad, and information security terminology. Now we'll see the security threats and vulnerability, security architecture, and the different types of attacks. So let us revise information security terminology. Asset can be a logical or a physical. Access, attack, exploit, threat, vulnerability. Now let us discuss the security threats and vulnerability. Vulnerabilities are nothing but the weaknesses in a system that make threat possible and tempt threat actors to exploit them. There are different types of vulnerabilities in the network securities, which may include but not limited to is SQL injection, server misconfiguration, cross-site scripting, and transmitting sensitive data in a non-encrypted plain text format. So these are some examples of vulnerabilities. Through these vulnerabilities, the attack is possible or the threats are possible, and the threat actor can use this vulnerability to perform the attack. There are numerous threats that can affect the hardware, software, and the information you store. Some of the major and well-known threats all of you know is the virus, malware, trojans, adware, DOS attack. So these are the different threats. The threats may be internal threats or external threats. Internal threats may be a human who unauthorized access the data or information. External threat may be a virus or a phishing mail, through that the phishing URL is coming and the keylogger may be get installed in your system. So there might be a different type of threats through which the attack is possible. Security threats and vulnerabilities, or you can say in short, the security concepts and their relationships, how they are related to each other. Owners want to minimize the risk. Owners impose countermeasures to reduce the risk, security risk. Owners values the asset. Asset is the central part. You want to provide the security to asset. So the owners, they have the value to an asset. Owners impose the countermeasures. It impose the security mechanisms to reduce the risk of losing the information. The risk is applied to an asset. The threat agent give a rise to a threats. There are different threats. The threats can increase, it increases the risk. The threats are to the asset. So there are basically two parts. Here is the one part that is owner, and the other part is a threat. And both are dealing with the asset. The owner is trying to protect the asset, and the threat is on this particular asset. So asset may be any information. The threat agents, they are giving a rise to a threat. The threat agent, they wish to abuse or damage the asset. The aim of the threat agent is to damage the asset or maybe modify the asset, abuse the asset. Okay, so this is basically a relationship of the security concepts. Okay, so countermeasures means the mechanisms to control the risk. Now we'll go ahead with the next concept, that is security architecture. In the security architecture is nothing but it's actually a OSI reference or a systematic plan to assess effectively the security needs of an organization and to evaluate and choose the various security products and policy. The manager needs some systematic way of defining and characterizing the requirement for the security. And the OSI security architecture is provide such a systematic way of defining the security to an organization. So ITU T3 recommendation, that is X.800, this is the security architecture for OSI. It defines a systematic approach to deal with the security needs of an organization. It includes, the first part is the security attack. Security attack means any action that compromises the security. So security architecture, it focuses on the three main areas. The first area is security attack. Once you know what are the different type of attack, then you can design the security mechanisms over the attack, like a process that is designed to detect, prevent and recover from security attack. Security services. Security services, a process services that enhances the security of information system. So security architecture is composed of three main parts: security attack, security mechanism and security services. So we'll study it one by one. First we focus on the security attack. What are the different type of security attacks? In X.800 and RFC 2828, it defines two types of attacks: passive attacks and active attacks. Passive attack is composed of two types, that is release of message content and traffic analysis. An active attack is composed of four types, that is masquerade, replay, modification and denial of service. So there are two type of attacks: passive attack, active attack. Passive attack may be a release of message content and traffic analysis, whereas in active attack there are four categories: masquerade, replay, modification and denial of service. Passive attack attempts to learn or make a use of information from the system. So the hacker is only interested in learning what type of communication is going on between the two systems. They are not interfere in the communication. Whereas in active attack, the hacker alter system resources and affect their operation. Passive attack is very difficult to detect, whereas active attack you can easily detect using a tools. You can identify that active attack is happening. Passive attack is like a eavesdropping or monitoring the transmission. That release of message content means what? A telephone conversation is going on and somebody is listening the conversation, or somebody, if an email is sent from one person to another person, that message is read by some third person, or it may read the file which is get transferred from one machine to another machine. So this is nothing but the release of message content. So this picture demonstrates the meaning of passive attack. Bob and Alice, they are doing the communication through the internet, and the Darth is also a third person who is listening the communication between the Bob and Alice by tapping the line. So this is an example of release of message content. Second is traffic analysis. Suppose we use encrypted message to avoid the release of message content. Okay, so only the intended person can read the message. So release of message content you can solve by encrypting the message. But the opponent could determine the location and identity of communicating host through the traffic analysis. Traffic analysis or traffic monitoring, through that the attacker can find out the location and identity of the person who are doing the communication over the network. So what type of communication is going on? The duration of communication, it can be monitored through the traffic analysis. Passive attack are very difficult to detect but feasible to prevent by means of encryption. Encryption is the best technique to prevent the passive attack. If your messages are encrypted, then the attacker cannot see the messages. So this is the best way to prevent the passive attack. Now we'll go ahead with the active attack. Active attack, in that it involves some modification of the data, creation of the false stream. It can be divided into a masquerade, a replay, modification and denial of service attack. Here the communication is going on between a Bob and Alice. Darth is a attacker. So the message which is sent by Bob is first goes to the Darth machine. Darth machine may modify it or it may replay the same message to the Alice. Okay, so the communication channel between the Bob and Alice is break by the Darth, and now the communication is diverted to the Darth and it is sent to the Alice. So this direct communication channel is now modified through the Darth. Okay, so this is the example of active attack. In the previous case, in the passive attack, the Darth is only listening the communication. It is not modifying or not replaying any messages to the Alice. But in active attack means the attacker is active and he is now able to modify the data. So the first example is masquerade. All of you know the masquerade. Masquerade means it takes place when one entity pretend to be a different entity, just like a mask. If you see the picture, this person is behaving differently by wearing the face mask. Okay, this is just an example, but in information security, masquerade is explained through this diagram. Bob and Alice, they are knowing to each other. Okay, now what happened in masquerade attack? Darth is framing a message that appears to be from Bob. So it is Darth is stealing the identity of Bob and sending a message to the Alice, and Alice thought that the messages came from the Bob, but actually the message is sent by Darth. So this is an example of masquerade. So Darth is pretending as a Bob and sending a message to the Alice by stealing the identity of Bob. So this is an example of masquerade. Next is replay. all of you know this icon of replay, means you are playing it again and again. So what happens in this attack? The communication is done between the Bob and Alice. Darth, it captures the message from Bob to Alice and later replay the message to the Alice. Now all of you might be not getting what is this Bob and Alice. They are not always a human being. Okay, you may visualize this as in a different way. This Alice machine is nothing but one server, bank server it might be, and the Bob is any one user, authentic user of the server. Suppose Bob is sending its request, or the login is established between the Bob and this Alice server. Okay, imagine that this is a bank server and this Bob is sending a request to the bank. Now imagine the scenario that an attacker is sitting here who is listening this communication between the Bob and this Alice bank server. Now what happened? After doing a login session, that login session is captured by the Darth, and after some time Darth replay the same session, same login password, and join to the server. Imagine the attack. This is an example of replay attack. Okay, so the message is replayed by the attacker to the server. So it's a very dangerous attack. Now next is the modification attack. In the modification attack, some portion of the legitimate message is altered, or that message are delayed or reordered to produce authorized effect. So here Darth modifies the message from Bob to Alice. Again imagine the scenario. Bob is one bank user, Alice is a server. Bob is sending a request to transfer a money from this account to another account, and that message is intercepted by Darth. Now Darth modify the message by changing the account number or by changing the money. Okay, so the changes are made in the packet or in the message and it is resent to the server. So this is nothing but the modification attack. Here Darth modifies the message, whereas in the previous case, in a replay or in a masquerade, in masquerade it is the Darth is sending a message and it is pretending that the message is sent from Bob. In replay attack, the Darth is replaying the message of Bob, resend the message of Bob. Whereas in the modification, the Darth modifies the message and then send it to the server. So imagine these different types of attack, how these attacks are happening. Then the last and very dangerous attack is denial of service attack. It prevents the normal user to use the resources or the common facility. This attack is normally happens on a specific or a targeted attack. This type of attack is called as a targeted attack. It suppresses all the messages directed to a particular destination. Okay, so it is a very strong, you can say, active attack, denial of service attack. So you may come across this, that the service is unavailable, application is failed. So this is an example of denial of service attack. The Bob is trying to connect to the server, Alice server, but it is not available to the Bob. The Bob is actually authentic user of the server, but it is not available. Why it is not available? Because the Darth is disrupt the service it provided by the server by sending a huge packet to the server and the server is lost, the server is hang and the service is not available to the Bob. So, this is the example of denial of service attack. So, up till now what we discuss is the security threats and vulnerability, security architecture. In the security architecture, it composed of three main parts, that is security attack, security mechanism and security services. Then we will discuss the security attack, different types of security attack, passive attack and active attack. Passive attack are very difficult to detect, but it can prevent using the encryption techniques. Active attacks are, you can easily detect it, but the prevention is very difficult. You can't prevent the active attack. Once the attack happens, the only solution is to recover from the attack. That is the only solution here. So, in the active attack there are the four categories: masquerade, replay, modification and denial of service attack. Denial of service attack is attack on the availability of the data. Data is not available, information is not available to the authentic user. Masquerade means here the attacker pretend to be an authentic entity. In the replay attack, the attacker is replaying the authentic sequence. In modification, attacker modifies the message and resend it to the server. Okay, so I hope you understand the different security attacks. Thank you.